everybody, Mike Guglielmi, Toronto Sports Insider, tonight bringing you the Toronto Maple Leafs visiting the Edmonton Oilers. Thanks for joining me here and hanging out for this one. Hockey Night in Canada, you know, their obligatory 10 to 15 minute pregame show that they do. So thanks for joining. Lots of fun tonight. We're going to have I feel like this is going to be a real good game. I know that Edmonton's kind of struggling, but I'm excited about this one for sure. So looking at these statistics here and these standings from the beginning, or where we stand tonight, 9 games played for the Leafs. The Leafs sitting at a record of 7-2 for 14 points in first place. Montreal has not lost a game yet. 7 games played, 5 wins and 2 overtime losses for 12 points. Winnipeg, 7 games played, 5-2 for 10 points. Vancouver, and then you got Edmonton in the 5th spot. In the 9 games played, 3 wins, 6 losses, and 6 points for the Oilers. So the Oilers need to get back on track here. The Leafs would like to keep growing their lead in the I refuse to call it the North Division. I just have to call it the Canadian Division. Just have to. It's only fitting. So thanks everybody for jumping on and hanging out with me here. Before they get started, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. And turn on your notification bell as well so you don't miss any of our Toronto sports action. And as well, make sure that you guys hit that like button down below to get this thing up higher in the stream. Really appreciate everything that you guys do here and hanging out with me. So now getting ready for the national anthems here. And they're going with the throwback jerseys tonight. The Leafs wearing the old school Leafs throwback jerseys, and the Oilers wearing some old school Oilers throwback jerseys as well. So interesting, different look here for the Leafs and the Oilers tonight on Hockey Night in Canada. I know the Leafs were putting out a bunch of tweets with the retro jerseys and whatnot today. They look cool. I think it'll be fun to watch. But again, the product on the ice is what matters, and I think we're in for a hell of a game. Anytime you can get Connor McDavid and Austin Matthews on the ice together, it's going to be a good one. So, Yeetmu Thomas, thanks for coming on, hanging out. Is this real? So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not fake. I'm just hanging out here doing live commentary of the game and hanging out with all you guys, keeping you updated. If you can find a stream to the game, go ahead and put the link in the comments. That's fine. If not, stay here, hang out, and I'll keep you apprised of all the action in the game. So tonight I've got my throwback jersey on as well. I've got my 2000 All-Star game that was in Toronto, the 50th All-Star game in Toronto, and that's my jersey of choice tonight since we're going all retro. So I'm taking it back 21 years now. Good God, I remember that game vividly. I'm getting old. So the anthems are done. Just waiting now for the game to get started. And should be a good one here tonight. Other NHL action we've got going on. We've got Penguins and Rangers, Islanders and Flyers, Bruins and Capitals, Stars and Hurricanes, Predators and Lightning, Panthers and Red Wings, and then earlier today, the Sabres beat the Devils 4-3 in a shootout. So Mikko Koskinen in net for the Oilers, which has been the case every single time the Leafs and the Oilers have played this season. And these throwback jerseys for the Leafs, they actually have gray. So it's like a blue and a gray instead of a blue and a white. So very interesting there for the Leafs. Kind of like the look of it better than the actual throwback that it was the blue and the white. So we are underway. Muzzin has the puck for the Leafs. Passes across the ice to Hall. And now the Leafs dump it in. It gets cut off by the Oilers, and they work through, and there's a whistle already. Not quite sure why. But man, those Oilers orange jerseys they are light, bright. Holy cow. Hey, we got Leanna has joined us as well. Hi, Leanna. I'm great. How are you? And as well, Karen, good luck, Leafs. You are number one. Thank you. Thank you, Karen, for coming on. Mom, All right, so here's Draisaitl now, and the Leafs play it down into their own zone. Draisaitl recovers and takes the puck, sends it up the ice, but cut off nicely by Morgan Rielly. Rielly turns around, tries to clear it out of his own zone, gets it all the way up. Zach Hyman chasing it, but he can't get to it. Oilers regroup, and here comes Yamamoto dumping it into the zone. Austin Matthews makes a nice check on him, and TJ Brodie tries to clear it up. Here is Yamamoto now getting it over to Draisaitl. Back down to Yamamoto. Over to the near side. Now back to the point. A shot and doesn't hit the net. Gets deflected or blocked out. And here comes TJ Brodie now for the Leafs. Can't get it all the way out of the zone, but Austin Matthews recovers the puck. And a couple Leafs will go off for a change there. And right off the bench is Vesey coming in quickly, gets in for a deflection, just missed the net. And here comes the Oilers now. McDavid, and taken away from McDavid. Now here's Vesey again, walking in on the circle, shoots, misses. Wayne Simmons was almost there to tap it home on the other side. Here's McDavid now going down to the his end to get it, and it goes all the way through, and we might have a break here. Vesey is on a break. If that's not a slash, I don't know what is, and apparently it is not. That should have been a penalty shot. That was a slash on Vesey's stick, and the way the new rules have been in this season, where if you even touch a stick, it's slashing. Apparently not in this one. Here comes Simmons now. Simmons passes over across rink to Nylander. Nylander brings it into the zone. Goes past Larson. Goes back to Brodie at the point. Brodie dumping it in. And now intercepted, and here come the Oilers now. Cassian down into his own end. Crosses it over to Kyle Turris. Turris drops it behind the net, but cut off nicely, and up to Nylander, and out come the Leafs out of their own zone. There's a quick dump by Mikheyev. Larson beats him to the puck, though, at the end line. Just straight up end-to-end action in this one so far. Almost a turnover by the Leafs there. Here comes Barabanov up to Engvall. Puck goes in. Is it onside? It is. The Oilers recover it, though, and they'll get through and dump it into the neutral zone. Leafs send it into the neutral zone now. Just a bunch of passing going on in the neutral zone there. And here is, a nice hit there by the Oilers. And now Engvall gets his pocket picked. A nice shot there. And it's into the net. That's in. That's in. A penalty shot because Lettinen grabbed it with his glove. The puck went behind Anderson. A very interesting. So Anderson makes the save. It goes past him. Oh, no, Lettinen actually tries to put it back in there. It does not cross the line, but Lettinen actually tucks it under the goaltender there, and that is a penalty shot. So here's a great chance for the Oilers to get the 1-0 lead early on the Leafs. So Tyler Ennis will be taking the penalty shot. So the former Leaf going up against Freddie Anderson. And I don't know what we're waiting on here, but come on with it. Let's go, Ennis. Come on. Oh, they're going to take a look to see if it went over the line. Yeah, it didn't even come. It didn't make it over. Lettinen stopped it before it went over. So it'll be interesting to see if Lettinen did the right thing here and gives up a penalty shot and ends up saving a goal. If Freddie Anderson can end up stopping it, then it's worth it, right? Because that puck was going into the net. So this is going to be an interesting one to watch here. The ref standing at the cage or the penalty box there, waiting, talking to somebody probably back in Toronto in the control room. And here comes Ennis back out onto the ice from the bench. And here it goes. Grabs it, cuts to the right, now into the left, into the middle. Here he is, flips back and forth, takes a shot and misses the net. Anderson stands up and keeps the puck out. 0-0 still. Ennis missing the penalty shot, and a great penalty by Lettinen there to save a goal. And yes, Anderson didn't even get his stick on it. He just missed the net. So Lettinen, it pays off for him. That puck was going in the net. It was 1-0 Edmonton, and now it's 0-0 because he took the penalty. So smart move there by the youngster Lettinen. All right, here's the faceoff now. Matthews. Draisaitl and Matthews, and it's won by the Leafs, but still in the zone here for Edmonton. Goes back to Bear. Bear shoots it in, gets it in the middle. Here's a shot by Cahoon. He misses, and now Hyman and Matthews come out of the zone. Here's Hyman on the right-hand side, crosses the blue line, and it's taken away from behind by the Oilers. Draisaitl now up the ice along the boards for Cahoon. He drops it off to Bear. Bear dumps it across the net, a centering pass, and a nice interception there by Jake Muzzin. And now a nice pass there. All right, so thanks, guys, for jumping on here and hanging out with me. Toronto Sports Insider. We're doing the Leafs and the Oilers. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below and turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of our Toronto sports content. Raptors, Leafs, Jays, and TFC come summertime. And let's have some fun here, guys. Love talking these games. Love getting a good chat going as well. So let me know in the chat how you think this game's going to play out. What are your predictions? We already got a question here. Leanna says, so Mike, who do you think has the worst NHL jerseys? For me, the worst jerseys in the league, I think are those Dallas Stars jerseys that are like that neon green and yellow. Just horrid jerseys. Here come the Leafs now. Morgan Riley passes up, and the Leafs have a 3-on-2. It's dumped back to Tavares. He shoots. It's blocked. Goes wide. Here's Nylander dropping it back and cut off nicely by McDavid. McDavid sends it out of the zone. But the Leafs take it back over on their end, and a long pass up. Oh, a nice little play there, but that's going to end up in a Oilers getting the puck. Here's McDavid 2-on-1, passes it, and what a save. Nugent Hopkins had a wide open net, and Anderson comes over to make the save. Great save for Frederik Anderson there. Wow. Here's another chance now, and just shot nobody in the slot. And, wow, another big save by Anderson. Well, he's lined up for some success right now. Wow. Here come the Leafs now into their end. A shot by Marner onto the net. Easy save there for Koskinen. And Cassian makes a nice little move. Hall gets back to stop it. And it's been all Oilers here the last few minutes of this one. Here is Austin Matthews. Shoots and a save there by Koskinen off the glove, and it goes wide. Marner, good pressure on Turris. Keeps it in, but right at Larson there, the defender for the Oilers. And here come the Oilers. And Ennis with a shot gets blocked. And here come the Leafs. Long pass up to Wayne Simmons. He might get there. Just gets out too far ahead of him. And the puck is dumped in there. Simmons and Bear going after it for the Leafs and the Oilers, respectively. Here comes Archibald now for Edmonton, getting into the Toronto zone. Muzzin's back. Nice rebound, though, on the sharp angle shot there for the Oilers, but no dice. Here comes Simmons now. Can he get it over to Kerfoot? He cannot, but Kerfoot recovers it behind the net. Cycles it all the way back as the Leafs are in the middle of a change. And now here comes Morgan Riley. Skating through that neutral zone, up to Engvall. Barabanov off to Spezza. Nice shot there, but a nice save by Koskinen. Barabanov's taken down behind the net by Kassian. No call. Back at the point for the Leafs. Brody walks in, takes a shot, and Spezza was on the doorstep. Couldn't put it home. There's a long shot. Now here's Brody. Lines it up. Oh, Spezza again. Beautiful pass by Brody, and Spezza just put it just wide. All right, here come the Oilers now. This has just been end-to-end action. Not a lot of whistles. Just how we like it. Shot by Cahoon and gloved by Anderson. No, couldn't hold on to it. The Oilers player ran into Anderson. And now from the point, Jones sends it in. Draisaitl working in the corner. John Tavares digging with him. A long shot by Larson, saved easily by Anderson, but the Oilers stay in possession here. Larson pinches in a little bit, sends it around the boards. Goes all the way over to Jones. Here's Yamamoto. Yamamoto sends it across, and it's intercepted there by John Tavares. And the Leafs will be able to get a change. Little dump in here. Tavares goes in to put the forecheck on, and he comes away with it. Tries to center it, but no luck. Gets intercepted. Nylander was in a good spot there in front of the net, but a good defensive play by the Oilers. 8-6 the shots for Edmonton here in this one. Lots of shots already. 14 shots in about 10 minutes of play. 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the first period. Hall sends it over to Brody. Brody up to Austin Matthews. He misses the puck, and here come the Oilers. But McDavid just missed the puck, and Marner was able to smash it back to his defenseman there. Brody here drops back. Hall drops it up to Matthews into the zone. Matthews cuts back, and Edmonton intercepts it. And here they come now, Kassian. Kassian heads into the zone, plays it all the way over, and back to him, and just missed. Just deflected it off target there by Edmonton, and Kassian would have been 1-0 Oilers there. Pass goes back, all the way back. Too hot to handle for the defender there at the point. And the Oilers will regroup. 9:46 to go in the first period. Still, I think there's only been like 2 whistles in this one so far. So, here comes Muzzin now. Muzzin up to VC. VC gives it away. Here is VC now forechecking. And that's played with a high stick there by the Leafs, and that'll get us a whistle. 9:14 to go in the first. Actually, a great deflection there by Morgan Riley. That chance for Kassian, he didn't deflect it. Morgan Riley deflected it up and out. So nice there for Morgan Riley in that defensive play. So, Leanna, wonder what my thoughts are. It said earlier the Dallas Stars. I think that's the ugliest jersey in the NHL. Probably the worst jersey. That real greenish, neon green, neon yellow kind of color that they wore the other night are pretty rough. So those are my thoughts for the worst jersey in the NHL. Thanks for the question over there. Remember, you guys can find us on social media, on Twitter, at TS Insider, as well as Instagram. And then Facebook is at Toronto Sports Insider. Make sure you guys like and follow along on all of those social media platforms. And as well, we have a Discord server. Head on over to our Discord server and check that out. Join our conversation over there. Link is in the chat. And you can check us out over there on Discord. Keep you up to date on all the Toronto sports information that you can think of over there on Discord. So I'll be putting that link over in the chat right now. Let's check the subscriber number here. Still sitting at 189. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to hit that subscriber button. Let's get this thing moving up, and let's get to 200 tonight. All right, so as we wait a couple more minutes now before the restart of action, some other scores. Pittsburgh over New York Rangers 1-0. Flyers over the Islanders 1-0. Washington and Boston 0-0. Carolina up over Dallas 2-0. And let's see, Calgary over Montreal 1-0 right now. A good shot of Grant Fuhrer there, the goalie for the Oilers there, in the same type of jersey that the Leafs or the Oilers have on tonight. And Austin Matthews in the circle. And it's won back by the Oilers. Here come the Oilers now. 2-on-1 now, breaking into the zone, and a nice play by Riley to get the puck off the stick of Leon Draisaitl. And here come the Leafs now. Riley has jumped up ahead. He's got it all the way down at the end line. Goes back, and now Draisaitl with the cutoff there. Luckily, Marner was covering for Riley. Drops back, and there's the first goal of the game. Cahoon misses the puck, fans on it, and then on the second chance, sends it into the back of the net, and it's 1-0 Oilers. A deserved lead for the Oilers in this one. They have definitely been the better team, no doubt. So far, the Leafs have had a couple chances here, but it's been mostly the Oilers, and they capitalize. Fans on the shot, and then as he starts, he goes back and slips to the ground and risks it up high and right into the net over Anderson, who had already dropped down with that first shot that Cahoon missed. So well done there by Cahoon. Kind of a mistake, but he'll take it, I'm sure. So 1-0 Edmonton Oilers, 8:28 left in the first period. Leafs going for a 4-game sweep on a West Coast trip here to beat the Flames. Here's a nice pass over, but the Oilers player couldn't handle it. Number 20 goes back behind the net, and here's another chance. And dear God, the Leafs are under serious pressure right now. Cahoon's goal assisted by Leon Draisaitl. Nylander centers across for Hall, but he's not there yet. Slater Cuckoo is the player for and now here's Hall behind his own net with the puck. Kicks it back to Tavares. Morgan Riley up to Nylander, and he dumps it in. Just trying to get a quick little break here. And here come the Oilers trying to break out past there, but missed, but it's right on goal. Anderson lost it, and oh, man. Anderson gives it away right to the Oilers player right in front of him, and he gets a shot on the net and unfortunately couldn't bury it. And lucky for the Leafs, they're not down 2-0 right now. Lettinen sends it in from the point. Here's Engvall, Larson now. Edmonton takes a change. Icing gets waved off, and here come the Leafs. Simmons goes cross ice. Mikko Lettinen dumps it in, and it goes right in on the goaltender, Koskinen, and he'll cover up for a whistle, and we'll have another face-off here in the offensive zone for the Leafs. Anderson puts it right onto Archibald's stick, and he whips it around and just missed the post. A great chance there for the Oilers to get that lead double that they actually just got. So it would have been 2-0 Oilers. So, breather for the Leafs. Big time. So looking at some of the other scores, Pittsburgh and New York, it's now tied at 1. Philly still up 2-0 on the Islanders. 2-0 Carolina over Dallas. Nashville and Tampa Bay, that ought to be a good game. Calgary up 1-0 on Montreal. So good start there for the Flames, who just lost 2 straight to the Leafs. So how are we feeling out there, guys, tonight? Tell me, let me know in the chat. What do you think? How's this game going to go? Leafs going to get this done? The Oilers going to get the victory? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the chat. And let's get a conversation going over there. All right. Now, while we've got a quick second here. Oh, my graphic for the next live isn't uploaded yet, but my next live will be on Tuesday night, the Raptors and the Orlando Magic. I will get that loaded up here at some point. But yeah, so it's going to be the Raptors and the Magic on Tuesday night will be my next live stream reaction. We'll also have to look at maybe putting out a video as well, maybe a recap of this game or something about the Raptors' current struggles. The Raptors are definitely hurting right now. That is for sure. All right, so picture of some guy with Austin Matthews and his skating coach or something, I'm guessing. All right, Leafs, time to pull this one up. Let's get this goal back. Austin Matthews in the faceoff circle against Leon Draisaitl. Still a scrum for the puck there, and the Oilers come away with it. Leon Draisaitl up to Yamamoto, back to Draisaitl, gets picked off there by the Leafs, but then Draisaitl recovers. Long shot from the point, doesn't quite make the net, but then there's another shot onto Anderson. He stops it, and we'll have another faceoff here just to Anderson's right. 6:18 to go in the first period. 12 shots on goal for the Edmonton Oilers. 6 goals for your Toronto Maple Leafs. The first probably 10 minutes of this one were extremely fast-paced, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then all of a sudden the Oilers started to kind of take over, and they are still owning that momentum right now as they've got the puck here. Bear pinching in. There's Hyman now with the puck. Sends it to the middle. Justin Hall's pass is intercepted by Nugent Hopkins. And here is Bear now. Bear up to Nugent Hopkins. Cut off there by Muzzin. But Puljujärvi keeps it in. And Justin Hall now with McDavid all over him. Nylander back to Muzzin. Muzzin back to Nylander. They're having trouble getting out of their own end here. And man, this Oilers forecheck is on it tonight. Here is Tyson Barrie. Sends it into Neal. Neal takes a backhand. That goes wide. All Oilers right now. 5 minutes, 16 seconds to go in the first. Puck goes all the way through the crease. And now here come the Leafs with a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Nice pass. Here's Tavares. Tavares tries to send it across. And it's picked off by Koskinen and stopped for a whistle. 5:03 left in the opening period, and all these commercial breaks have just been coming fast and furious now since they didn't have a chance to get the commercial breaks in over the first 12 minutes of the game because there were no breaks in the action. So looking at the stats in this one, as my internet is running extremely slow here. Too much stuff streaming at the moment. But shots in this one, 11-6. Hits, 9-5 for Edmonton. Faceoffs won are 4-2 for the Leafs. Block shots, 3 for the Leafs, 2 for the Oilers. Takeaways, 2 for the Leafs, 1 for the Oilers. And giveaways, 3 for the Leafs, 2 for the Oilers. So good action here in this one. Total the line for this one was as a money line. The Leafs were a minus 125. The over under is 6.5 goals in this one. So if you're a betting person like myself, the Leafs were minus 125 tonight and over under 6 goals, 6.5 goals. That's a big number. We'll see how that pans out, but I probably would have went with the under on that one, especially with the amount of games these guys are playing. The legs are a little heavy. I probably would have taken the under on that. Well, we still wait for the end of this one, end of this commercial break here. Thanks for joining me. I am Mike Guillaume, Toronto Sports Insider. Thanks for hanging out. We're talking live commentary, live play-by-play for the Leafs game tonight. Leanna, keep up the awesome job, Mike. Thank you, Leanna. Appreciate it. Here's Matthews now. Wins the faceoff. Goes back to Brody. Brody over to Riley. Puck behind the net. Marner trying to center it up to Matthews, but it gets blocked by the Oilers, and here come the Oilers now. Draisaitl dumps it into the offensive zone. And now Draisaitl has the puck. Marner almost gets pickpocket there and takes it away in the Leaf zone, but it doesn't work. Riley and TJ Brody going back and forth at their own defensive end. And here comes Tyler Ennis on the forecheck, and the Leafs work around it. There's a deflection, so it will not be icing. And Koskinen tries to send it up and around, gets stopped by Bogosian, but it gets out, and Lettinen dumps it back in for the Leafs. They're all screaming offsides. The Leafs are in a delayed offside here, and here come the Oilers now. Larson sends it into the Leaf zone on the dump. Bogosian, 2 Oilers on him immediately. The Oilers have more speed tonight than the Leafs do. There's a shot there, goes wide, and Ennis beats Lettinen to the puck. And Lettinen had him beat. I mean, he was there half the distance than Ennis. The Leafs getting outworked here by the Oilers, so if you're an Oilers fan, this ought to make you happy. Here comes Pierre Engvall now. Engvall sends it up to Spezza. He just dumps it into the zone and goes off for a change. All right, here is VC now with the pressure on the forecheck. Sent up by Larson. Puljujarvi then gets a touch on it, but he's on the wrong side of the red line. It'll be icing. So the Leafs will have an offensive zone face-off here in just a second. Yep, it's been all Oilers here. In this one, they've just been working harder than the Leafs have been. They just have been doing well. Doing well. Cahoon's puck is getting the tape label on it. I don't know what it was for him, if that was his first goal or what for Cahoon. We'll have to take a look at that. And looks Koskinen couldn't quite get a handle on the puck there, and Simmons digging in on him. Nugent Hopkins and McDavid coming to let them know they didn't appreciate it. All right, here is the faceoff won by the Leafs. They continue to be hot from the faceoff circle. 2:43 to go in the first period. And does the puck go out of play? It does. Puck hits the netting, goes over the glass. And it was Kerfoot that ends up sending it out, and he's hoping not to get a penalty after that 3-penalty game that he just had. And he skates over to the bench, not the penalty box, so that's a plus for the Leafs. Here comes the face-off now. Tavares wins it back for the Leafs. Riley skates into the offensive zone fast, sends it across the board, centers it. Oh, just missed Nylander there at the left circle. Dumped in by Riley. Can Tavares get to it first? He does. Sends it into, is that Mikheyev on the line with him? It is. Tavares tries to take it away. Falls to Nylander. Shoots. Scores. 1-1. Leafs tie it up. Very nice play there by Nylander. Just skating around there and hanging out right by the front of the net, and the puck falls right to him, and he sends it in. Nick, 23, thanks for joining us here. He asked, can Toronto win tonight? Absolutely, Toronto can win tonight. It's been all Oilers so far, but the Leafs just got that tying goal to make it 1-1 here with about 2 minutes left in this first period. It's going to be a very good game for the rest of it. Thanks for jumping on, Nick. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of our Toronto sports content. Brand new channel here. We need all the help we can get. So everybody who can subscribe, please do. And we need some help getting this thing growing. Hit that like button as well so that we show up higher in the chats as well. And Nick says, oh, thank you, bro. And then I joined your stream and Toronto scored. Love you. Nice. There you go. Well done for you. As soon as you show up, it's on you, man. Nice shot here by Matthews right into the chest of Koskinen, and then it actually goes right up, bounces up, hits his mask, and then down into his jersey. Okay. Matthews taking the draw against Draisaitl. Actually looks like Matthews getting booted here. He is. Hyman now taking the draw against Draisaitl, and now Draisaitl gets bumped out. All right, whoever, I believe that was probably you, Nick, just subbed. Thanks for subbing. Just took us up to that 190. We got 10 to go to get to 200. Goal is to make that happen tonight, especially I think that would be 10 days into the channel. So we started 10 days ago, so that would be a huge accomplishment, so thank you for that. Here come the Leafs now. In the neutral zone, deflected by the Oilers. Draisaitl recovers the puck. And now intercepted there by the Leafs. And it's a little bit of just sloppy play in the neutral zone here. 1:35 to go in the first period. Riley drops it back into his own end. Here he looks up the ice. Deflected, won't be icing, goes all the way down. And Tavares will get to the puck first, but 4 Oilers around him to take the puck away from him. And here come the Oilers now dumping it into their own end. A couple guys go off for a change. McDavid putting pressure on Mikheyev. Tavares up to Nylander. Nylander circles around right at his own blue line. Sends a pass up, but it's cut off nicely by Tyson Barrie. Barrie drives it into the zone and taken away there by Nylander. Nylander drops it off to the other side for Bogosian. And now it's up the ice to Nylander, switches over to the right-hand side, and then sent back into the middle, but too far. Tyson Barrie is there. He grabs the stick of Nylander and pulls it right out of his hand. And no holding the stick call, huh? All right. Hey, here's Nick. He says, I live in Georgia, the country, not the state, but last year I was in Canada. Toronto is just cool. Wow, that is really cool. Thanks for coming on all the way from Georgia. That is cool. We actually had a lot of viewers on the Raptors feed. Oh, and the Oilers score as I'm talking about it. Son of a pup. Oilers get a nice play there and get the goal. I'm not sure who it was. It was Archibald, I believe, who's had a pretty strong game so far. But the Oilers retake the lead right at the end of the first period. But, yeah, saying that Toronto is just cool. That's really cool. We had a lot of viewers from Philippines on our Raptors stream last night. So thanks for coming on, and looking forward to seeing you again every time we go live. So very, very cool. Georgia, knock that country off the list of all the places we've had people watching. Oh, yeah, for sure. Don't worry, bro. Toronto can win. Yes, they can. 13 seconds left in the first period, and the Oilers get the goal through Archibald. 2-1 Oilers. McDavid with the assist. And for some reason, we're waiting on the face-off. You're going to check the time? What are they doing over there? Adjusting the clock. For what reason, I don't know. 1946. All right, so they put 0.9 seconds back on the clock. 14 seconds to go here. Leafs and Oilers. Almost the end of the first period. And the Oilers win the draw. Darnell Nurse sends it up. And now Bogosian sends it wide. 4 seconds left. It'll be a dump in by VC on net. Makes the stop there for Koskinen. And the period is over. There's the horn. 2-1 Oilers take the lead into the first intermission. We will take a few-minute break here and be back probably in about 10, 12 minutes to talk some more, talk about the stats from the first period and get back with the second period. Thanks for joining. We'll talk to you guys in a few minutes. No, actually, you guys wasted it, so don't waste it. Just a little bit. Hey guys, we are back for the second period, heading into the last commercial break on the TV broadcast. So wanted to get back and talk a little bit about the stats here. The shots in this one: Oilers 11, Leafs 6, hits 9-5 for the Oilers. Oilers have kind of shown their dominance in this one. The face-off circle, a little bit of a different story. The Leafs are doing well in the face-off circle, but that's to be expected. Matthews, Tavares, Hyman, those guys are really good on the faceoff. So now as far as the power plays, no power plays yet for either team. So no chances yet for either team there. Penalty minutes, of course, 0-0. Block shots, 3-2 for the Leafs. And giveaways, 4 for the Oilers, 3 for the Leafs. And the faceoff circle tightened up a little bit towards the end there. Leafs 8-7, 53% of the faceoff. So pretty balanced out stat-wise first period, but not really when you look at the actual game itself. The Oilers pretty much dominated for about 14 minutes out of that 20 of the period, and they have the deserved 2-1 lead. Other scores across the NHL tonight: 15 minutes to go in the second period. Pittsburgh Penguins 2, New York Rangers 1. Philadelphia and the Islanders. Philadelphia is up 2-0 on the Isles. 13:39 to go in the second period. Washington Capitals up 2-0 on the Boston Bruins. And then we've got Dallas and Carolina. Nashville is up 1-0 on Tampa Bay. Carolina's up 2-0 on Dallas. Florida and Detroit tied 2-2. And in the end of the first period, it is 1-0 Calgary over Montreal. So that's the only other game in the Canadian division, at least at this time. Offensive zone time, 8 minutes, 41 seconds for the Oilers. That shows the difference there and only 6 minutes for the Leafs. So Vancouver and Winnipeg playing later tonight as well in the Canadian division, but the North division, but I call it the Canadian division. Just underway here in the second period. Leafs win the draw. Brody sends it up to Marner. Marner dumps it into the zone. Koskinen out to take the puck. And here comes Edmonton now up the ice. Cahoon pressuring TJ Brody. Brody gets it up and over the boards, and Hyman gets a touch on it, so he negates the icing that would have been. But Bear for Edmonton is back to get the puck. But the Leafs regain it in their offensive zone. Hyman up against the boards, has the puck, comes out, and the Oilers take control of the puck here. All right, so then dumped in, and that'll be an icing on Edmonton, just on the wrong side of the red line. So Ennis gets an assist added on the Archibald goal. Well, a little technical difficulties here, but face-off is won by the Leafs. Hall sends it up to Matthews. Matthews back to Hall. A nice shot and a deflection out front, but a nice save by Koskinen. And cleared up and out. It should be another icing. Nope, they wave the icing off. Muzzin gets back, recovers the puck for the Leafs back in their own end. And Hall starts it up and out, goes up to Nylander. Nylander dumps it and apparently was offside on that dump. Yeah, great chance there. Draisaitl with a nice block. Nylander almost had the deflection. Would have been a second goal for the Leafs and a tying goal for the Leafs had he not gotten his stick to that one. Face-off is in, and the Oilers win the draw. Nugent Hopkins brings it into the zone, gets intercepted. And here comes TJ Brody now for the Leafs, gives the puck away in the neutral zone, and it's turned around there, but he recovers the puck. Here comes McDavid. McDavid goes across ice. Pugliarvi now with the puck at the top of the left circle. Goes all the way back to the right point. A shot and a save by Anderson. Gets all the way through. Here's Nugent Hopkins now. Hopkins takes the shot. It is deflected and hits over to the corner. Vesey now for the Leafs. McDavid sends it into the middle, and a nice defensive play there by, was that Morgan Riley? I can't tell. Yep, it was Morgan Riley. Pugliarvi now recovers, sends it into McDavid. McDavid dumps it into the corner. His cross ice pass gets cut off by the Leafs, and here comes Morgan Riley now back into his own zone. Cassian sends it out front, and it's getting close here for the Oilers. Simmons gets the puck and clears it up and out. Should be icing. It is. Just on the other side of the red line, dumps it into the zone, and we have the icing. So it'll be interesting to see how many got off the ice before he iced that puck, because it was a little bit of a change, and then some guys were coming on, and Simmons was one of those guys coming onto the ice that dumped it in. But look at Tyson Berry's numbers and his power play points over the last 3 seasons, just a strict decline from his years in Colorado, 30, 25, and then 12 in his 1 year with the Maple Leafs. When you got a power play like, a power play with the Leafs, Tavares and Matthews and Marner, Nylander, and now you got a power play like McDavid and Nugent Hopkins and, some of the other guys for Draisaitl. I mean, nice power plays for Barry. There's another icing call on the Leafs. Kerfoot sends it too far. All right, guys, hit that like button down below as well. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of our awesome Toronto sports content. We be going live for the Leafs, the Raptors, Blue Jays, and TFC. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're about a week into the channel so far, a week and maybe 10 days. And it's been a heck of a growth period so far. We need all the help we can get. Want to be up there with some of the big guys over the next year or so. So please, all the help you guys can get, sharing our posts, subscribing, everything is a huge, huge help. Here is Bogosian now for the Leafs, sending it up to Spezza. Spezza sends it in. Barabanov pressuring, gets to the puck, but Nurse gets a hold of it for the Oilers. And they clear the zone. And that'll go down all the way for icing against the Oilers. 16-10 in the first period. Nice block there by Kerfoot. Right off the stick, then off the skate, and a good block. So here's the draw now. Austin Matthews, Connor McDavid, two of the best players in hockey. And Matthews wins the draw. Marner comes over to take it. Hyman trying to center it back in. Can't. It's cut off by Bear. And a nice play there by the Leafs to keep it into the zone. Matthews sends it in to Hyman. Hyman out front to Marner. Oh, backhanded shot by Matthews. Just goes off the shoulder of Koskinen. Good save by him. Matthews with a nice little pass back to Marner. He can't turn on it quick enough. Matthews sends it back to the point. And here comes a shot in from the point. Right out in front to Marner. A shot, a save, a rebound, and Hyman with the shot, and it's saved. Oh, man, Koskinen with 2 big-time saves. Oh, man. Leafs with a really good opportunity there. Great saves by Koskinen. Very, very good saves. Keeping the Oilers into it. Here's the draw now. Oilers win it. And the Leafs take it away. Shot from the point. Deflected nicely by Nylander, but another big save by Koskinen. Here is TJ Brody now dumping it down low. Centering it Here's Tavares from just outside the faceoff circles. No good. Here is back at the point for Brody. Brody over to Nylander. Nylander tries to go across ice, but defensive play there by Yamamoto, getting his skate on it to redirect it out of the Leaf zone. Here's Bogosian now, sending it over to the other side for Brody. Brody sending it up. It will be icing against the Maple Leafs. 16 minutes. No, not 16 minutes. 14 minutes left in the second period. All right, how we feeling out there? How we feeling? Leafs, Oilers, hell of a game so far. I think it's really setting up for a big-time third period. Here's Bogosian now. Gets stopped by Draisaitl. He's got it against the boards. Goes back to Jones at the point. Jones and the Leafs end up getting it out of the zone. Good pressure there by Mikheyev, but ends up Edmonton gets it and dumps it down low. Good forecheck there by Edmonton, but it's intercepted by the Leafs, and now the Leafs coming out of the zone. Here's Tavares. Sends it over to Bogosian. Bogosian returning, and just couldn't get a hold of it there. Was Tavares in the front of the net. And do we have a penalty? We do, and it looks like it's on the Leafs. It goes to Edmonton, but the Leafs, no. It goes to the Leafs, number 88, Nylander. I thought he said 38. All right, so Edmonton gets a power play out of nothing here. I want to see this this call. It's hockey. I don't see it. It's hockey. Let them play. Oh, well, I'm not the ref. There's the penalty kill for the Leafs. Sends the puck up and out on the face-off win. And here comes Edmonton now. 20% on their power play. Here comes McDavid all the way up through. Oh, wow. Wow. McDavid coast to coast zips through about 3 Leafs defenders, puts it in the top of the net, right through 3 or 4 Leafs defenders going from the one end to the other. Unbelievable. Muzzin and Hall just sleeping. Goes right through it, starts dragging Anderson to the left or to the right. And wow. Connor McDavid, that's why he's considered one of the best in the league. Unassisted goal for Connor McDavid on the power play. Wow. 3-1 Edmonton now. First shot in 5 periods for McDavid. And it's a beautiful goal. 13:44 to go here in the second period. Leafs down by 2 to the Oilers. Leafs have the puck. Hyman in his own zone kicks it back to the point. Now that's intercepted there by the Oilers. Here comes Archibald. Archibald dumps it, and there's a shot by Bear right into the chest of Anderson. He holds on. And here comes Connor McDavid again. Gets the goal, gets about a 20-second rest, and then keeps going. Connor McDavid right around Jake Muzzin. Gets Anderson to bite and just walks it in and scores. 13:15 left. 18:15 left in the second period here. Other scores around the league. Pittsburgh and the New York Rangers tied at 3 now. 6 minutes to go in the second period. Philadelphia and the Islanders 2-2 in the second. Washington up 3-0 on the Boston Bruins. I know the Leafs fans are happy about that. Every time the Bruins are down, the Leafs fans are happy. Carolina 2-0 over Dallas. Tampa Bay Lightning 3, Nashville Predators 1. Florida Panthers 2, Detroit Red Wings 2 in the second period. Calgary still holding a 1-0 lead over Montreal. 9 minutes left. And now the Colorado Avalanche and Minnesota Wild are 1-1 in the first. Looking at these Leafs team stats, 3-1 lead for the Oilers. Karen says, reminds me of the Leafs when I grew up watching them, always having to come from behind. Yeah, they haven't been playing from behind much lately, but they're doing so tonight. So can't fault them there. That was some great goals there by Edmonton for sure. So Leanna's good. She just made a delicious smoothie. Good stuff, Leanna. She's enjoying herself, hanging out. Good stuff. Check the subscribers here. Hey, we're up to 191. Thank you for subscribing. Let's update that now. And 3-1, 13-15 to go, and we've got ourselves some more action ahead of us. And here comes the face-off now. Won by the Oilers, but then picked off by the Leafs. And here come the Leafs now, 3-on-2. Pass into the middle. Can't quite get it there. Simmons now trying to send it back into the zone for Vesey. And I think we're getting a hand pass call. Is it a hand pass? Looks like it might be a hand pass, but can't tell what the call is. The announcers here on Hockey Night in Canada Sportsnet feed is just talking about how wonderful that Connor McDavid goal was. So they're still talking about it now, and they've not told us what just happened here with the play. But we're going to keep talking about Connor McDavid. Still. Face off just outside the blue line. Kerfoot and McDavid. And here is McDavid now with the puck into the neutral zone, going around a couple Maple Leafs there, cuts back into his own zone. Dump in by the Oilers. Puljujarvi gets back. Morgan Riley feeds it up, but Vesey can't handle it. Ends up falling all the way to the Oilers' defense. And now Cuckoo. Here's Simmons now, goes right around Cassian's shot, or Barry. And there was a nice save there by Koskinen on Wayne Simmons. Here come the Oilers now. McDavid using that speed. But good defensive play there by the Leafs. Simmons now pressuring. Shots are even at 16 apiece. 13-7 Oilers on the hits. Faceoffs now in favor of the Oilers. 14-13. So an even night at the faceoff circle. Leafs were just up. Now it's Edmonton. Here's a shot. Matthews into the middle. And there's a shot. What a goal, Austin Matthews. Wow. Whoo. This is two guys right here going at it. Two of the best players in hockey just going at each other there. Great goals by both guys. This one here at the point, sent into the middle. Matthews passes back into the middle. Another little pass back to him from, I can't tell who that was. Was it Marner? It was Marner back. And what a tight angle there for Matthews. And he puts it right into the top corner of the net. 3-2 Edmonton. Leafs climbing back into this one. Wow. He shot that puck literally from about 4 or 5 inches from the end line. A great goal there by not Connor. Here's the Leafs again. Marner with a shot goes high and wide off the glass and out of play. So McDavid scores, then Matthews scores. This is exactly what everybody is tuning in for. McDavid and and Austin Matthews. I always get their names screwed up. Why? I have no idea. So we got a quick break here. Leanna says, hey, Mike, do you think this is the Leafs' best rival? Ottawa, Montreal, or Boston? It's got to be Montreal. Ottawa, those playoff series back in the early 2000s were fun. Boston recently in the playoffs, but in order for it to be a rivalry, you kind of have to split it up where both teams win. The Leafs have not beat Boston at all, so can't be them. But as Karen says, hate Boston, always have. Definitely doesn't mean I don't hate them, but I don't think they're the biggest rival. I got to go with Montreal. There's just something about Toronto, Montreal, whether it's TFC against Club de Foot, Montreal Impact. There's always something about Toronto, Montreal. Here is a penalty now on Draisaitl, cross-checking Matthews right in the back in the corner. So the Leafs will have a power play now to try and tie this one up. All right, here will be Tavares on the draw. Spezza on the first unit power play. Nice to see. Here, over to Spezza. Spezza back. Oh, second unit starts it out. Okay. Hyman chasing. Puck goes all the way, but broken up nicely. But the point, Oilers try to flick it out of the zone, and they do just get it out. $11 minutes to go in the second period. 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the Leafs power play. Here's Lettinen sending it in to Nylander. Nylander back to Lettinen at the point. Walks in, takes a shot, deflected, and Hyman's there to put it into the net. The second unit with the power play goal. Maple Leafs tie it up 3-3. And this is a fun game, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of scoring. A very, very fun one here. Thanks for hanging out with me. Unbelievable. Lettinen passes down to Nylander. Nylander cuts back to Lettinen. Lettinen walks in, takes the shot, hits Hyman, and Hyman just turns around and slams it home. Wow, puck was probably going to go wide, but Hyman turning around and burying it. I think Tavares got his stick on it as well, so he should get an assist on that too. But wow, 3-3 in this one. What a game we have here. Leafs and Oilers from Edmonton. 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go. We are halfway through this one. Goal scored by Zach Hyman. Power play goal. Here's Cahoon, who has his first NHL goal tonight. Plays it up to Draisaitl. Draisaitl trying to send it into the zone. Simmons gets his stick on it, breaks it up. And we've got a scrum in the left corner. Karen says they finally woke up. Way to go, Leafs. Yes, they did. And there's a save by Freddie Anderson. No trouble on that one. 10 minutes and 4 seconds to go here. And the Leafs coming back with a 2-goal deficit, down 3-1 just a couple minutes ago. And they score a couple goals fairly quickly. Way to go by the Leafs there. Very happy to see that. Here is a shot by Edmonton, blocked. Played up by the Oilers. McDavid in the neutral zone. Skates by Kerfoot. Cuts it back to his point. Here's a pass over to the other point. And a long shot deflected and out of the rink there into the screen. So some good goals on tap here by the superstars tonight, as well as by the non-superstars. Very, very good good play by both teams. 3-3 is the score. 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the second period. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any Toronto sports content. We'll be back Tuesday night with a live for the Toronto Raptors against the Orlando Magic. So make sure you join us, set your alarms for that one, or just hit that notification bell, and you'll be able to be notified when we go live for that Magic against Raptors game on Tuesday night. As well, you can join our Discord server where we do all kinds of talking about the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Toronto Raptors, the Blue Jays, TFC making some moves, which we'll be talking about a little bit more as a possibility tomorrow through a video that I may record. So check that out when we upload that. So here we go now, talking about some of the stats. Hit that Discord in the chat and join our Discord there. Some of the stats in this one. The Leafs shots now 18-17 for the Maple Leafs. Hits 13-8 for the Oilers. Faceoffs won 17-15 now for the Oilers. And both teams are 1 for 1 on the power play. So Leanna asks, where'd it go? There it is. How come you're not doing the game tomorrow for the Raptors? Tomorrow we'll actually be doing the United States men's national team game on Sons of a Pitch Soccer. So we'll be doing a live stream reaction over there for that soccer game tomorrow. So hence no game. And then Monday night we have our regular recording night. And then I believe both teams are off Monday night. And then the Raps are back on Tuesday. So hence that's why I'm not doing the Raptors tomorrow night. But you can come on over to Sons of a Pitch Soccer and watch myself and Nick talk USMNT against Trinidad and Tobago tomorrow night at 6 Central, 7 Eastern. Here is the Leafs now. Nylander spins in his own end, passes over to Justin Hall. Nylander gets his stick on it, and here is Tavares, passes back and cut off by McDavid. McDavid tries to lead Puljujarvi, and that'll be an icing call against Edmonton. So a little too far there for Puljujarvi. Most shots without a goal is Puljujarvi for Edmonton. Lots of shots for him, but no goals this season. And of course, the announcers had to talk about it, so I'm sure it'll happen tonight, right? All right, here's the draw now. McDavid against Hyman. Matthews waiting for it, and the puck actually goes. McDavid wins the draw, and it goes right back to Koskinen there. So the Leafs and the Oilers tied 3-3. As my son comes down to hang out and say hi with his pizza. Leafs get the draw. Actually, the Edmonton wins the draw. Flips it up, but cleared by Lehtinen. Hyman with the pass gets taken away by Draisaitl. He's got speed on Brody. A shot, and wow, Anderson makes a nice shoulder save on that one. That was almost a goal there by Draisaitl. Some interesting talk about Draisaitl. We'll have to talk about that next commercial break. And some of the conversation that I heard on Sportsnet that was very, very odd. Some of the conversations there on Hockey Central and whatnot on Sportsnet or 590 The Fan. Here's the Leafs now trying to get it out of the zone. Brody goes up to Marner. Anderson tries to flick it across. Yamamoto in pressuring. Here comes Austin Matthews. Matthews kicks it out to the center for Brody. Brody now looking for someone to pass to. He sends it up to Marner. Marner sends it across ice, but the pass goes off Matthews, the back of his skate, and back into the neutral zone. Here comes Edmonton now. A turn by Cahoon. Cahoon back to Bear. Bear dumps it into the left corner for Daryl Nurse. Hyman gets his stick on it, but can't get it all the way out. Nurse stops it, sends it across to Bear. And the Leafs trying to get it out of the zone here. Yamamoto turns, shoots from the left circle, right circle, and goes out of play for a faceoff. All right. So the Canucks and the Jets tonight, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 Central. Hit that like button down below. Let's get this. Some reason there's only 4 likes. It was at like 8 or 9, and now YouTube dropped it down to 4 likes. Why? I have no idea. But they're trying to stop the growth of the Toronto Sports Insider channel. Won't let them do it. Here is Kerfoot now, coming up out of his own end. Sends it wide, ends up going to the Oilers defender, and now Bogosian has it in his own end. Cross ice, Lettinen up to Simmons. Simmons drops it back for Kerfoot. Kerfoot tries to center to Simmons, and Koskinen makes the stop. Keeps it from getting to Wayne Simmons there, who was right in front of the net with nobody near him. Great stick presence there by Koskinen. Saved probably Wayne Simmons' 4th goal in 4 games. 7 minutes, 21 seconds to go here in the second period. Thanks for joining and hanging out. Toronto Sports Insider. Leafs tonight, Raptors on Tuesday. Here's Spezza now. Spezza gets his stick taken away. Barabanov sends it back to Jake Muzzin. And now the Oilers take it over. Here's Ennis dumping it into the zone. Archibald chasing in on the forecheck. Spezza sends it up to Engvall. Engvall tries to dump it into his own zone there. Barabanov chasing. Can't quite get to it. But Lettinen has it in the neutral zone. Plays back to his own end for Bogosian. Bogosian sends it back to Lettinen. Lettinen with a bad pass up in the middle. Luckily, it ends up going to Barabanov, but they can't seem to get it into the zone. 3 Oilers all over Barabanov. And now Tavares finally gets it dumped in, but only as far as Connor McDavid. And now all the Leafs go off for a change, and here come the Oilers. Nugent Hopkins sending it in. Lettinen sends it to the wrong player. And Nylander comes in and takes it away, but only gets it as far as Bear. Bear sends it back. McDavid right in front of the net. Shoots. Oh, man. A penalty coming up against the Leafs. Somehow, McDavid shoots the puck. Looks like it's going into the net. Hits the post. Hits the inside of Anderson's leg. He's keeping it out. McDavid tries to poke it back through, and the Leafs player ends up getting the penalty call, and there's Edmonton guy trying to kick it into the net. Last time I checked, if you kick the puck into the net deliberately, it doesn't count as a goal. So don't know why that happened, but whatever. Yeah, I guess it's just instinct at that point, right? So, interesting story I want to talk about with Leon Draisaitl. So, on Sportsnet during hockey, I think it's Hockey Central at noon, they're talking about how Leon Draisaitl, if he's good enough to play on the Leafs, and there was only one guy that said yes, he was good enough to play on the Leafs, and that was Burke, the former GM there. And I'm like, how are these guys just stupid? I mean, Draisaitl is a first-line guy with Connor McDavid, has kind of matched McDavid close to point for point. Why in God's name would you say he couldn't play on the Leafs? He would very easily be on the first or second line for the Maple Leafs. It was really mind-boggling when I was listening to that story there. Very, very odd. But, you know what? It is what it is. I can't... I'm only a guy doing a YouTube channel. I'm not a professional commentator or working for Sportsnet or anything. So one day we'll get there, right? So no, there's still a commercial break here. 3:35:54 to go in the second period. Shots are now even at 18 apiece. Hits 13-11 for the Oilers. And they're showing the penalty here. So Lettinen ends up on the ground under Puljujarvi, and they call the penalty on Lettinen. I don't know how that happens, but it did. And the Oilers with a 2-minute power play, 5 minutes, 54 seconds to go here. Big kill for the Maple Leafs, trying to keep that momentum going. Won by the Oilers, but they end up clearing it all the way down the ice for the Leafs on the pass. Hyman goes in against Tyson Barrie. Good forecheck there by Hyman. Draisaitl tries to make a move around Marner, pops out, and unfortunately Hyman can't settle it down. Neal trying to get it through. Finally, McDavid getting into the zone, goes right around Muzzin again. And it's time to get Muzzin the hell out of the game when Connor McDavid's on the ice, because he's just blowing right by Jake Muzzin. Goes back to Tyson Barrie. McDavid now on the left circle, right up against the board, sends it across ice. Draisaitl tries to send it across to Nugent Hopkins, just misses him. Now back at the point. Here's McDavid now, left circle, creeping in. Passes back to the point to Barrie. And a nice shot there by Nugent Hopkins. Saved by Anderson. Here's McDavid now at the point. McDavid cross ice to Draisaitl. He takes the shot. Deflected. Stays out. Justin Hall. And now the Oilers get it back. It's at the point. They send it back down low. McDavid now. No pressure on him. Sends it all the way across ice. Just skipped over the stick of Draisaitl. Two Leafs dive after it. And thought they were going to have a 2-on-1. And they both miss it. Barrie now passes up to Draisaitl. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Sends it into McDavid. McDavid makes a turn, and it's intercepted by the Leafs. A shot by Neal, and another tough stop there for Anderson, but a stop nonetheless. And Mikheyev dumps it into his own zone, or into the offensive zone. 4 seconds left on the power play. Sends it all the way back, and the Leafs have killed it off. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second period. Good kill by the Maple Leafs. A lot of shots for the Oilers in that one. Daryl Nurse sending it up to Ennis. No icing on this one. It was deflected by the Oilers. Puljujarvi comes in quickly. Nurse now. Nurse to Bear. Bear dumps it to Turris. And now back all the way to the other side to Nurse. A shot, a nice deflection by Ennis, goes wide. Here's Brody. Brody trying to send it up. Can't. He does get it out of the zone. And now here comes Austin Matthews. Nylander into the zone. Pass back to Bogosian. A shot just wide. Here is Riley. Yamamoto takes the puck right away from Riley. A shot by Cahoon and a save by Anderson. Nice save there by Anderson. Lots of offense in this one. Back and forth we go. Draisaitl with a nice shot. They show the replay. Just missed Nugent Hopkins' stick. And there's Karen. One day I will own an NHL team and you'll be my commentator. Sounds good to me. Sounds good. Just buy one in Mississippi, would you? They don't have an NHL team yet. Maybe we should start one. Here's the draw now. Draisaitl, 2:44 to go. Cahoon with the shot goes wide. Oilers still have the puck down in their offensive zone. There's a shot deflected by the Leafs. Anderson with a nice stop. And here's Riley. Can they get it cleared? The Oilers really putting some pressure on in the offensive zone now. Here's Lettinen. Yamamoto and Lettinen in the corner. Battle for the puck. The Leafs end up winning it. Here's Riley. Trying to put out the fire. Centers it, and it goes right to the Oilers. Jones shoots, blocked by the Leafs. Here comes Kerfoot now, 2-on-1. If he drops back to Simmons, he does. Shot, saved by Simmons. Rebound, no. And a nice save by Koskinen. Very nice save there by Koskinen. Yeah, great save there by Anderson. Kerfoot with a 2-on-1, dropping back to Simmons. Simmons with a nice shot, and somehow Koskinen gets the save. Here's Spezza now with the draw. Wins it back to Bogosian. Bogosian passes. Engvall tries to send it into the center of the net, and it gets blocked. Here comes Tyler Ennis. Now Engvall takes it away. Sends it up, and it goes out of the zone. Will it go for icing? No, it will not. Oilers now regroup. Minute 25 to go in the second period. Long pass, icing waved off there. Spezza grabs the puck, settles it down, sends it over to TJ Brody, who's had a quiet night tonight. Engvall, he's having a night to forget. Another giveaway for Engvall in his offensive zone. Flipped down by the Oilers. They take a change. Anderson knocks it away with his blocker. And now Bogosian sends it up the boards to Mitch Marner. Marner flicks it up to Matthews. Matthews flicks it around Daryl Nurse. He drops it back to the point, but nobody at the point, and it goes all the way down. 43 seconds on the clock. Here comes Hyman now, dumping it into the offensive zone. Can the Leafs get one more chance here in the second period? Or do we go to the third tied, 3-3? That's got to be holding the stick there on Cassian. Unbelievable. No call there. He held the stick. The Leafs guy was pulling it and he wouldn't let go. Now there's McDavid sending it into the middle. 17 seconds. Matthews with a nice block. And Marner's and Matthews in the neutral zone. The Oilers end up getting it. 5 seconds. They dump it in. Muzzin will just try and kill the time left, and that will do it for the second period. 3-3, end of the second. A very, very exciting second period. Leafs get a couple goals to the Edmonton Oilers 1, and 3-3 going into the third period. It will be a fun one for the third period. Tell your friends, send them the link, share this bad boy. Let's get a party started here for the third period in about 10-15 minutes. We'll be back in a little bit.
Whoops.
Still at the break here for the intermission. My little video went off there. Back to starting that back up. All right, guys, we're back for the third period. 3-3 Leafs Oilers. What a game we have had so far. This third period is going to be absolutely crazy. Just saw the highlights of the Toronto Six, the women's team in the NWHL playing, and dear God, I need to add them onto our channel here somehow. Exciting stuff, playing the Minnesota Whitecaps. And it is 3-3 in the third period, 14 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the third. So definitely want to start following Toronto Sixes. I remember I saw the logo a couple, maybe it was like a year or so ago when the team got announced, maybe two, and didn't know when it was all starting, but it's starting now, and gonna have to check them out. So they are tied 3-3 as well. The Leafs are tied 3-3 with the Oilers. Back and forth game here. This one, Connor McDavid with a great goal. Austin Matthews says, whatever you can do, I can do better. Shows him up with a tight, tough angle shot. And the Leafs in the retro jerseys with the Oilers in Edmonton at the Rogers Place. Let's look at stats here for this one. Team stats, the total is shots 24-19 for the Oilers. And you got hits 14-12. Faceoffs won. The Oilers took it away there. They big time change since the second. 24-17 on faceoffs, 58% for the Oilers. And Leafs 1-1 on the power play. Oilers 1 of 2. Offensive zone time. Oilers 17 minutes, 46 seconds. Leafs just over 13 minutes. And here we go. Third period is underway. Oilers dumping it in. Cahoon scored his first NHL goal tonight. Dumps it in. And here comes Austin Matthews now. Takes the shot. Just missed the upper corner there. Woo, nasty shot by Austin Matthews. Here it's sent into the middle. And Hyman settles it down, gives it into Marner. He takes it over the line. Marner passing to Matthews. His stick was held nicely by Nurse. No penalty. Good defensive play there by Nurse. Matthews dumps it down low again for Mitch Marner. Goes out to the point. Hall takes the shot, goes high and wide. Goes all the way over to Jake Muzzin, pinching in. Matthews covers him, gets the puck at the point, and dumps it. Nurse and Bear, and walking out with it are the Leafs. Here's Hall. Hall dumping it back down. A hand on the back of Hyman there by Daryl Nurse, literally lifting his jersey over his head. Somehow Tavares comes away with it. Hyman digging for it as well, but cleared up and out by Edmonton, and this will be icing on the Oilers. So those guys have been on the ice for a while. They're going to stay there. Draisaitl not looking happy about still being on the ice. Great shot by Matthews. I mean, misses the crossbar by about 3 inches. Great shot there by Austin Matthews. And Nurse with a very good defensive play there on Matthews. Here's the faceoff. Tavares. And the Oilers win it again. Oilers starting to take over the faceoff circle big time right now. Here is Anderson and TJ Brody. Brody behind his own net. Bringing it up. Plenty of space to work with here. No forecheck by Puljujärvi. Leafs send it into the zone. Cuckoo passes over to Tyson Barrie. Puljujärvi and taken away by Nylander. Nylander sending it over to Brody. Brody dumps it in from the red line. It goes out of play. Will that be a penalty or did that go into the bench? 18:10 to go here in the third period. Ice time for Austin Matthews and McDavid. Matthews with 14 minutes, 58 seconds, 2 shots and 2 points. McDavid 16-26 on the ice, 2 shots and 1 point. McDavid taking the draw against Kerfoot. Kerfoot wins it. Morgan Riley dumping it into the zone. Come on, Leafs. Time to get this victory. Let's go, Leafs. All right, here is Simmons now. Barrie all over him. Could have been a holding call. He pulled back on his jersey there. Nothing. McDavid now 3-on-2. Brody plays some good defense. Riley sends it away from the beautiful cross in there. Here's Kerfoot now. Kerfoot drops it in. It's offside. Turned around and spun it around and went into the zone offside. So the Leafs and the Oilers 3-3 overtime would be very exciting between these two teams, although I'd prefer not to see it. I'd rather the Leafs just win it win it in regulation. Leanna says, welcome back, Mike. How's everything over there? Everything's good. Kids just went in for quiet time, and we are ready to have a great third period. And the Leafs win the draw. Muzzin now in the neutral zone. Sends it cross ice. Dumped in. Barabanov chasing. Engvall along the boards as well with Larson. Barabanov sending it down to Engvall. Goes past him. Lettinen pinches in. Luckily, he gets back in time. Here comes Cassian. Takes the shot and just misses high and wide. Spezza tries to move it ahead, gets cut off, and the Oilers start some pressure in their offensive zone. Here's Cassian behind the net, looking for Neal. Too far. Barabanov gets his pocket picked by Neal, but a nice hit there by the Leafs, and the puck goes all the way back to the point, kept in by the Oilers. Spezza trying to calm things down, sends it over to Bogosian. He backs it up, then hits it forward, and a 2-on-2. Spezza drops it off for the Leafs. Matthews coming into the zone, goes to find Hyman just too far from him. Hyman takes the shot. That's blocked by Larson. Taken up to the neutral zone. Matthews now back in. He's got a clear lane to the goalie. A shot, and it goes wide. Good defense there. And a dump back to Matthews. A nice centering pass. Great save by Koskinen. Gets down and stops Hyman's redirect effort, trying to go through the 5-hole. Great save there. Here comes the Oilers now. Here comes the pass in. Anderson passes over to Hall. Hall over to Hyman. Here's Marner now. Comes into the blue line. Passes in. Rebound. Shot by Marner. Matthews. And Koskinen gets a hold of it. Goes out wide. And here's Tyson Barrie. All right, here comes Cahoon now into the zone. Cahoon drops it back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl sends it back to the point. Long shot from the point. Hits the glass up, way up high. And here comes Nylander now getting out of the zone with 4 white shirts around him. Larson sends it in for the Oilers. Oilers with a lot of good pressure here over the last few minutes. Ilya Mikheyev sends it across ice straight to Larson for the Oilers, and he regroups. Here come the Oilers. Puljujärvi around Mikheyev, but not around Riley. Now Muzzin sends it up. There's Mikheyev. That's got to be a penalty. Right in front of the referee, no call. Wow. That was absolutely a penalty. And here come the Oilers now with a 3-on-2. And luckily, Muzzin gets back and gets the puck. There's another one in the zone. Edmonton guy bodies Tavares to the ground. And now they're letting him play tonight. So, I mean, I always like it when they let him play. But be consistent. That's all I ask for. VC takes a shot, and Koskinen with another save. 22 shots for the Leafs, 25 for the Oilers. Other scores in the NHL while we've got a quick break. Pittsburgh and the New York Rangers 4-4, 8 minutes to go in the third period. New York Islanders come back. They scored 2 unanswered to tie it up 2-2 with Philadelphia. 4 minutes to go in the third period. Washington up 3-2 on Boston. Carolina up 4-0 on Dallas. Tampa Bay up 4-2 on the Predators. And the Panthers and Red Wings tied at 2. Calgary still leads Montreal 1-0 in a very low-scoring affair. 14 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third. Draw won by Shore for the Oilers. Archibald and Bogosian fighting for the puck there along the boards. Simmons gets a stick to it, sends it back down. And Shore gets it back for the Oilers. Here come the Oilers now. Larson sends it up to Ennis. Ennis dumps it in. Kerfoot is able to get to it, send it back into the middle, and it's going to go into the Leafs bench. So we'll have another quick whistle here. Colorado up on Minnesota 3-1. St. Louis on Anaheim 3-0. Wow. And then, of course, the late game tonight, Vancouver and Winnipeg. at 9 p.m. Central, 10 Eastern. Vancouver at 5-5. Winnipeg at 5-2. A must-win game for the Vancouver Canucks to stay in contention there. Can't lose to a team that has 3 games on hand at you. And here is the draw won by the Oilers. Pinched in by the point. Goes back to the other point for Tyson Barrie. He dumps it back in. Brody now. Draisaitl all over him. Sending it back. There looks like it could have been a trip on Daryl Nurse. No call. Draisaitl turns around in the neutral zone, plays it to himself in the offensive zone, tries to get it back to the point. It's blocked by Hyman. He goes to the other side. Cahoon back to the point. It's dumped back in by the Oilers. The Oilers kind of enjoying some possession here of the puck in their offensive zone. They've had the share of it. And here's a puck right into the middle. Oh, boy. Good chance there for the Oilers. Sloppy defense by the Leafs. And Draisaitl line for the Oilers doing well, as they have pretty much all night. Nurse at the point, sends it over to Barrie. Barrie tends the shot. Goes high and wide. Draisaitl now. Back to the point for Nurse. Nurse sends it back down low. Can the Leafs get this cleared out? And there's a penalty on Yamamoto. The Leafs, it's a delayed penalty, so the Leafs have the puck right now. Anderson heads to the bench. The extra attacker's on. 12:38 to go. That's a horrible call. That was not a penalty. If anything, maybe a penalty on the Leafs, but I didn't see a penalty there. And when you've been calling the game where you're not calling anything and you're letting them play, then do that. I just said, just give me consistency. And if you're going to let them play, let them play. That was not a penalty. And the Oilers finally touch up with 12:17 to go here in the third. And the Leafs will have a 2-minute power play. I don't see how this was a penalty. Yamamoto up against the boards. Maybe gets his hand on the Leafs stick. Kind of. Rough call for the Oilers. Rough call. Looking at the box score here as far as time on the ice and some stats for the Leafs and the Oilers. As it still loads here. All right, so for time on the ice, we've got, looks like 15 minutes and 49 seconds for Austin Matthews, leads the forwards for the Leafs. Zach Hyman, 15-12. TJ Brody with 19 minutes and 48 seconds on the ice, leading the defensive core for the Maple Leafs. Strong night from him. 21 shifts, 2 shots, 1 block shot. Anderson, 3 goals allowed on 25 shots, save percentage at .880. Edmonton Oilers, their top forward is 15 minutes and 46 seconds for Yamamoto, although he'll be off for 2 minutes with that penalty kill, or that penalty that he just got. And then for the defense, Tyson Barrie with 14:34, and Nurse with 20 minutes and 46 seconds, eating up that clock there. So Nurse leads the game in time on the ice. Koskinen, 22 shots against, 3 goals allowed, 19 saves, save percentage of .864. So to recap the goals in this one, you've got Hyman on the power play from Lettinen, and Tavares was the last goal to tie it up. The first goal of the night was Cahoon. Best power play, the Leafs are the second best power play in the league, behind the Stars by 10%. Nylander, then Archibald made it 2-1 for the Oilers, 3-1 on McDavid. That beautiful goal in the power play. Austin Matthews answered him. Here's the draw back, and the Leafs win the draw. And a nice trying to send it over to the other side, and it ends up going out of play. But Zach Hyman, the power play goal that tied it up at the 9:16 mark of the second period. So we'll see if the Leafs can get the lead back. Well, they haven't led all night, actually. So try and get the lead for the first time with this power play. Tavares wins it back to Lettinen. Lettinen passed behind. I think it's Spezza, and now the play goes out again. Second unit starting this one out for the Leafs. And looks like the second power play unit's going to stay on the ice here. And now Tavares on that one. So Spezza, Tavares, Hyman, Nylander. And the Oilers, oh, nope, the Leafs actually get the draw. But the Oilers will be able to clear. No, he misses it. Draisaitl missed it. Here's a shot by Spezza. He fakes, drops it in. Oh, a shot. And it goes just wide. Koskinen gets his pad on it. Lehtinen at the point now. Spezza back to Lehtinen. Lehtinen over to Nylander, top of the left circle. Drop to the point, deflected, and goes just wide to the corner. Nylander and Tavares, Daryl Nurse will be able to clear. He does that, and looks like the Leafs will have their number one unit come on with 1:10 to go in the power play for the Maple Leafs. Here is Lehtinen. He'll get off the ice. Marner goes around to Matthews. Kerfoot with him. And it's taken away by the Oilers. And they'll clear it back down. Now, Austin Matthews over to Kerfoot. Kerfoot into the zone. Try and set something up. The referee can't get out of the way, and the Oilers clear, but only as far as Marner. And now Marner with a shot and an unbelievable save by Koskinen. Wow. What a shot by Marner, and it hits the glove of Koskinen and goes wide. 25 seconds on the power play. Cross ice and deflected up by the Oilers and out of play. 22 seconds left. What a shot by Marner. What a save by Koskinen. Unbelievable. Leafs really had a great chance there. Great knockdown by Marner. And then he ends up getting the puck back from Matthews. The shot and Koskinen, that's the only hope he had. And it goes right off the side of the glove. Great save. Great play. Leafs try and get something with 22 seconds left on the power play here. Win the draw. Goes back to Morgan Rielly. Rielly sends it up to Matthews. Matthews back to Rielly. He skates towards the middle. Sends it over to Marner. Shoots just wide. I thought that was in. Matthews back to the point. Rielly back over to Marner. Marner passes down low. Flips it back to Matthews, and it's broken up nicely by Archibald, and that should do it. It does. Penalty is over. 3 shots by the Leafs on that power play, and Yamamoto's out of the box for the Oilers. Great power play, great kill by the Oilers, for sure. Actually, by Koskinen. That's who got that one. So here's McDavid now. Picks the pocket of Engvall. And now the puck stays in the Edmonton zone and gets knocked out of the zone. And now the Oilers build out of the back. 9 minutes and 42 seconds to go here. We are under 10 to play in Edmonton from Rogers Place. Maple Leafs 3, Oilers 3, third period. Here is the Oilers at the point. Dumps it down low to Nugent Hopkins. He sends it behind the net to Pugliari. Pugliari plays it back to the point, and it goes past Jones, and he goes all the way back to his own end to get it. Here comes Barry now. Barry sends it into the zone. Leafs are there for it. Sending it up, and here comes Muzzin. And that's going to be icing if the Leafs can't get there, and they don't. Simmons put a hustle in, but Nurse beats him to it. And it will be icing against the Maple Leafs. 8:56 to go in the third. Oh, we've got a quick break here. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below and hit that notification so you don't miss any time we go live for the Leafs, the Raptors, the Jays, TFC, any of that. All your Toronto sports information will be right here through the Toronto Sports Insider. Here comes Edmonton now. Shot from the point right into the chest of Anderson, and he makes the save. Tie game. Barry with a shot there. What a chance by Mars. They show the replay there and just how Koskinen gets just the tip of his glove on it. And we have a commercial break. So Dallas is finally on the board against Carolina. So that's nice for them. Down 4-1 with 9:50 to go. Boston and Washington, it's still 3-2 Caps, 5:54 to go. Pittsburgh and the Rangers still tied at 4. Looks like we're going to get some overtime hockey out there tonight. Colorado up on Minnesota, 3-1, 9:42 to go in the second. St. Louis and Anaheim. St. Louis with 3 goals in the first 8 minutes of that game. What a start by the Blues there. So 3-3, Leafs and Oilers. This game is living up to the hype, that is for sure. Great game here. McDavid and Matthews going at it. Both of them have a goal in this one. Matthews with a goal on 4 shots. McDavid a goal and an assist. Gotta love it when the Stars are playing well. That's what we watch for. So just about ready to get back out of the commercial break here. How we feeling here? Who's got this one? Let us know in the chat who's going to win this game. Leafs or Oilers? Leafs getting a little bit of pressure on here. 3-3. Who's got it? Let me know who you think's going to win in the chat. And they're showing these guys, Marner practicing his shot with a Jays shirt on. Gotta love it. Can't wait for Blue Jays season, that's for sure. Matthews taking the draw against Cahoon. Cahoon wins it back to Barry. Barry dumps it down low to Cahoon. Here's a shot by Yamamoto right into the chest of Anderson, and he covers it up for a whistle. And looks like, where is it here? Looks like the Toronto Sixes scored. It's 4-3 Toronto Sixes in the NWHL. Here is a nice one here by Muzzin. Muzzin up the ice. Will it fall to the Leafs? Can he get to it? He can't. And it falls just short of going out of play. And here comes Muzzin now. Dumps it back down low. Hyman down low sends it to Matthews. Matthews goes back to the point. Back down low to Hyman. Hyman cuts back in, sends it back to Muzzin. Muzzin looking for the pass. He passes it. Marner loses the puck, and 4 Oilers converge on it. Yamamoto gets in on it, and it falls out to the neutral zone. And it is final for the Toronto Sixes. They get the victory. Shot here by Cahoon goes high and wide. And here come the Leafs. Mikheyev sends it up to Nylander. Nylander into the zone. He's got Mikheyev coming back in. If he centers it, he can't. He goes back, turns, spins, sends it into the middle to Tavares. Tavares gets it deflected back, and Brody can't keep it in the zone. He retreats, sending it up. Leafs looking good here towards the end of this one. Here's Riley. Riley sends it across at the blue line. Dump down low, Tavares. Tavares sends it over to Nylander, gets picked off, and McDavid holds Tavares into the glass for a good extra 2 or 3 seconds there. Anderson hits it over to Riley. Given away. Barry with a slap shot into the glove of Anderson. Dangerous shot there by Tyson Barrie, that's for sure. And luckily, it was screened there by Riley. And Anderson with a good save there for sure. All right, here come the Leafs now. Wayne Simmons, 2-on-2. Into the zone. Dumps down low. Oiler goes crashing into the net, but it doesn't come off its moorings. Kerfoot dumps it back in, but it's intercepted there by Barry, but dropped. And a shot by the Leafs. Oh, and another big save by Koskinen. Simmons with another good shot. Here's Muzzin pinching in. Simmons going for it. He can't get to it. Oilers get it cleared to the line and kept in by the Leafs. Dumped in. And there's Vesey challenging Barry in the corner. Vesey turns around. He's got his stick on it. Nurse finally comes in and cleans it up for the Oilers. All right, so Karen says Leafs 4-3. Brother BKL, how you doing, my man? He says, hey, Mike, just watching. How's the Maple Leafs doing? They're doing good. Started out a little rough in the beginning of this one, Brother BKL, but they're playing a little bit better now towards the end of the second and then the third period. So thanks for coming on and hanging with me here. Make sure you hit that like button down below, and appreciate you coming on and hanging out for the rest of this one. Here is Draisaitl now for the Oilers. Larson walks it in, shoots, goes wide. It'll get past and go all the way out down to the Oilers zone. Leafs pressuring Hyman with the forecheck. Oilers getting it up into the neutral zone. Larson now takes it back into his own end to hold on to it. All right, here come the Leafs now behind their own zone, behind their own net. And broken up there by Yamamoto. But the Leafs get it cleared out, but only into the neutral zone. Puck goes played right back in, ends up going right to Anderson off the glass. Brody now. And it's up for the Leafs. And here comes Mikheyev cutting in onto the net. Nice speed by him. Here's a centering pass by Nylander. It goes out past everybody, and Puljujärvi's going to go on the break. But some good defense there by the Leafs. Puljujärvi, not the speediest of guys. He comes around into the front of the net, sends it out to the point, and Larson's got a shot. No, he passes. And Cuckoo loses it behind the net. Leafs trying to clear. Muzzin gets it up to Nylander. Nylander turns, gets it out of the zone. And Brother BKL, that's great. I'm glad that the Maple Leafs doing good as defender. Okay, very good, very good. All right, here is the Oilers making a change, the Leafs making a change. Simmons onto the ice for the Maple Leafs. High energy, 3 minutes and 44 seconds to go here. And it goes right off of Brody in front of Anderson, and he jumps on it and stops the play. We'll have a whistle, and I believe a TV timeout as well. Simmons with a great shot, hits it off the mask of Koskinen. And we are in for an exciting last 3 minutes of this one. That is for sure. Going to be a fun one. Definitely going to be fun. So looking at some of the stats here, Barabanov, night to forget. That line has not played well there with Engvall, Kerfoot. Mikheyev has an assist in this one, +1. Nylander with a goal. Matthews with a goal. And Hyman with the goal. Oilers, looking at time on the ice, the Oilers now, the leader is Connor McDavid with 18 minutes, 28 seconds for the forwards. And then you've got for the defensemen, let's see, Barry at 20 minutes and Nurse at 25 minutes and 42 seconds time on the ice. That is incredible to see that kind of production out of that defender there. 5 minutes more than the number 2 defender for the Oilers as far as time on ice. So that is pretty good for him. For the defenders for the Leafs, time on the ice, 23 minutes and 1 second for Morgan Rielly. Muzzin with 21:10, Brody with 22:17. So Bogosian and Lettinen, that third pairing for the defense there, not showing up tonight. They've only got 9 minutes and 14 minutes on the ice. So to be expected, I guess, especially for Lettinen being the young kid. But Bogosian, kind of expect to see more than 14 minutes on the ice for Bogosian. But whatever, it is what it is. Here is apparently Ethan Bear got injured for the Oilers, took a hit into the boards, and I don't know what the hell's wrong with him. Wasn't too much of a hit, but he's out, down to 5 defenders. All right, McDavid now, 10-5 in the faceoff circle for McDavid. He'll go up against Tavares in the Edmonton offensive zone, 3:39 on the clock. Here it is, one back to Larson. McDavid, 11 out of 16 from the faceoff circle tonight. Down low behind the net, Cassian, Tavares. Tavares gets it, tries to get it up to Nylander. He does. Sends it over to Justin Hall, and the Leafs try to break. Justin Hall gets it into the zone, dumps it in. Tavares sends it behind the net. Mikheyev. Tavares going after it there, sending it out to Nylander. Nylander tries to get it over to Muzzin. Muzzin with the shot right into the glove of Koskinen, and we'll have another whistle. 3:05 left in the third period. Nice save there by Koskinen. He's played well tonight. Looking at Koskinen's stats here, 27 shots against, 3 goals against. Save percentage is now up to .889. Freddie Anderson's at .893 now. Here is Tyson Barrie. Tyson Barrie flying by Morgan Rielly. Takes a shot and a nice save by Frederik Andersen. Good music getting played in the Rogers Place that I got through the buds here. I like it. I like this song, whatever it is. So how we doing over in the chat? 3 minutes to go. 2 minutes, 55 seconds to be exact. 3-3. What a game we have here. Here comes Morgan Rielly now, dumping it into the Edmonton zone. Chases his own dump and gets to it. Drops it back. Here's Hyman behind the net. He stops it. Hyman looking for a centering pass. Drops it off to Brody. Brody misplays it off his skate. Kicks it around, and Daryl Nurse will get the puck for the Oilers. Plays it up, and that's going to be icing on the Oilers. Good offensive zone face-off here for the Maple Leafs. All right, look at that. We are up to 195 subscribers here. Thanks, guys, for hitting that subscribe button. Got to update the sub count here. Let's get to 200 by the end of the night. What do you say? I think we can do it. 5 more subs in 2 minutes. Chances are no, but we'll see. Brother BKL is doing good. Leanna is doing good. Leanna says, have a wonderful rest of the weekend. You too, Leanna. And Brother BKL doing good. Love to see it. Brother BKL, make sure you join us over on Sons of a Pitch tomorrow night for the USMNT and Trinidad and Tobago. Going to be a fun one. Here is Austin Matthews now dumping it into the zone. Didn't get to the red line, so they're calling icing. I don't know about that one. It looked like he was well past the red line on that shoot-in. Might want to take a look at that one. I don't think they'll go to replay or anything for that, but I think they should. All right, so a face-off for Edmonton in their offensive end. 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go. Connor McDavid wins another one, but Tavares actually gets to the puck first, so it will not go in as an official win. Here comes Archibald now, sending it back to McDavid. McDavid winds through the middle in the neutral zone, gets it into his zone. Muzzin breaks it up. Here's Austin Matthews. Great stick work. And here come the Leafs now. Long pass up to Wayne Simmons. No icing. He gets the deflection, and some Leafs will go off for a change. 1 minute and 30 seconds. Will they be splitting the points here in Toronto and Edmonton? I think that might be a possibility, unless somebody gets something crazy here in the last 80 seconds. But when you got McDavid and Matthews on the ice, anything can happen. Here is Cahoon, dumps it down into his own end. Leafs trying to get the puck, get it out of the zone. They can't seem to get it out. Brody finally gets it across over to Rielly. Rielly and Yamamoto going after it. Finally out and into the neutral zone there by the Leafs. And the Oilers regroup. 52 seconds to go here in the third period. Brody sends it across ice to Bogosian. Bogosian back to Brody. 42 seconds on the clock. Brody taking his time. McDavid starts the forecheck, sends it over to Bogosian. Bogosian up the ice. Nice little move there by Hyman. Drops it off to Bogosian with a shot. Kick save by the keeper, Koskinen, and it goes out of play into the netting. So the Leafs, a little bit of pressure here. Edmonton with a little bit of pressure as well. Think we're gearing up for overtime, it would be my guess. Good stick by Tyson Barrie to deny good chance there for the Leafs. Nurse with 28 minutes and 21 seconds on the ice right now. Muzzin. Here's the Muzzin pinching down low. Goes behind the net. Austin Matthews gets to the puck. Flicks it into the middle. Drops it back to Muzzin. He trips. And here come the Oilers. 3-on-1. Drives it over. A shot by Archibald. What a save by Frederik Andersen. With 7 seconds to go. Ho! Wow. Archibald all alone. And there is your overtime whistle. We are going to OT. Archibald with a huge chance. Huge chance. Nugent Hopkins gets the pass over to him. Takes the shot. Hits the glove hand for Andersen right here. And it stays out. Wow. That, my friends, was exciting. So a little break here before the craziness ensues for overtime. Brother BKL. No problem, Mike. Let's see USMNT do an excellent job. Plus, I got Caribbean series for my country, Dominican Republic, and entering the tournament. Nice. Okay. Very cool. So is that the Caribbean series for soccer, or is that the Nations League, or what is that you're talking about there? Or we'll chat more about it on the SOP side of things. Either way, let me know. All right. So total stats for the 3 periods. When do we look at the team stats? Calgary and Montreal. It's still 1-0 Calgary. 48 seconds to go in the third. So Calgary trying to get a victory over Montreal, who is yet to lose in regulation. They've got 2 overtime losses, but so the total stats here for the Leafs and the Oilers, total shots 28 apiece. Now, when looking at the hits, it's 19-17 for the Oilers. Faceoffs won 36-25. Faceoff win is big time for the Oilers, 59%. Power plays, both teams are 1 of 2. And looks like, these goals, Connor McDavid with a beautiful, unbelievable goal, and then an amazing shot by Austin Matthews as well. And look at that. We just got a notification, Brother BKL. Just got a notification that Altidore will not play against Trinidad and Tobago tomorrow night and could be leaving Toronto FC. Thank God! Thank God! Please get rid of Josie. Okay, anyways, back to the hockey. 3-on-3. Hyman against Draisaitl. Hyman wins the draw. And here we go. The most exciting time in sports, I think, the 3-on-3 overtime. Just amazing. All right, so here comes the Leafs now. Long pass to Nylander. He's in on goal. Shoots. Saved by Koskinen. Bad save. McDavid, 3-on-2. McDavid sends it into Draisaitl and couldn't corral the pass. Here is Tyson Barrie now. Calgary, Montreal. Calgary gets a empty netter. Oh, what a shot by Draisaitl. Deflected by Connor McDavid, and the Oilers win it in overtime, 4-3. Man, rough way to end there for the Leafs. 3rd point of the night for Connor McDavid, 2nd goal of the night, and he gets the victory. Oh, man, that was a tough one. Really a tough one there, but a great game overall. Really good game. Overtime loss for the Leafs. Not the end of the world when you think about it. You go 3 out of, you win 3 out of 4 on that West Coast trip there of 4 games and get a point in your 4th. So not bad. But an unbelievable save by Koskinen, and then all of a sudden, Draisaitl comes down the left-hand side. Great pass right on the tape of McDavid, and he just puts it right past Anderson. Easy as 1-2-3 when you got the skill of Connor McDavid. And to answer your question, Leanna, are you a fan of shootouts? Not really. I just don't like it. I'd rather see the guys play it out on the ice rather than the shootouts. I mean, I know it's got to end at some point, but I think with the 3-on-3, it's usually goes well enough. So I'm not a big fan of them. Karen says, good game. If it'll show. There it is. Good game. Great commentary. Thank you very much. See you next game. Next Leafs game will be next week. The next time we'll be back here on Toronto Sports Insider is Tuesday night. And we'll be on, go check out Sons of a Pitch Soccer. You'll see me on Sons of a Pitch Soccer Monday and Sunday. But we'll be back Tuesday for the Raptors and the Orlando Magic here on Toronto Sports Insider. Let's check the sub count here one more time. Oh, we're up to 199, everybody. 199. Who is going to hit that button to hit number 200 for us? Who's going to hit it? Who's going to hit? Anybody here? Anybody? Anybody? Just saying. Well, I know that most of you here that are already here, Leanna, Brother BKL, Karen, here in the chat, you guys have already hit that sub button. So looks like we're going to end at 199 tonight, but overall a good night for that. And the subs picked up, I think, maybe 9 or 10 subs tonight. So we will take it. With that being said, great game. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. And we'll see you, Brother BKL. Says, wow, I just saw a notification, but oh God, he's out from the USMNT. Wow, but thank goodness, LOL. Yeah, I mean, this guy, he can't even make it for a friendly in a January camp. I mean, what's the deal here? I mean, that to me screams, because I don't think it's injury because he hasn't been playing. That to me screams that Ali Curtis has a move for him. He wants out. Looks like he's going to get a move somewhere. And Ali Curtis says, get him the hell off the field. Do not let him play. Because if he's on the field and gets hurt, which we all know about Josie, that's what he does, might not be a deal for Toronto FC. So TFC making some moves, apparently still in the race for Bora. So we'll have to do an episode about TFC and Altidore. Maybe we'll release that one tomorrow. We'll see. As well, we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. And Brother BKL, I'll see you tomorrow on Sons of a Pitch. Thank you all very much, and we'll talk to you very, very soon.